Good morning, esteemed committee members. Let's proceed with the roll call. Secretary, please call the roll.
With pleasure, ma'am. Let's start with the Secretary of Agriculture, Ms. Aliyah Hassa, the Director of the Food and Nutrition Institute, Mr. Mark Vincent Cacho, the President of the Philippine Farmers Association, Ms. Abigail Osmelio, the representative from the Department of Trade and Industry, Ms. Tricia Manahan, and the representative from the World Bank, Ms. Hazel Nulio. Before we proceed with the agenda items, the previous meetings needs to be approved. All in favors of approving the minutes, say no objection.
No objection.
Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary. Moving on to our first agenda item, the issue of agricultural land scarcity in the Philippines. As you all know, this is a pressing concern for our country. In addition to the conversion of agricultural land into residential and commercial areas, climate change, pests, and diseases have had adverse impact on crop yields and food supplies. This has led to an increase in food prices and has negatively impacted food security in the country. Given the seriousness of this issue, I call upon all committee members to join me in discussing potential solutions and initiatives that can be implemented. Let us start with an overview of the issue. Okay, everyone, eyes on me. As you all know, the declining availability of agricultural land in the Philippines is a pressing concern. Its conversion into residential and commercial areas is driven by several factors, including population growth, urbanization, and industrialization.
As the Secretary of Department of Agriculture, I believe that our priority should be work with our farmers to improve their productivity and incomes. We need to invest in their capacity building and training programs, as well as provide them with the necessary support services such as access to markets and credit. We also need to ensure that we are investing in sustainable farming and practicing and protecting our natural resources.
As the Assistant Secretary for Agricultural Policies, I echo the Secretary's sentiments. We must prioritize the farmers and fishers in our plans for food security. This means investing in research and development, expanding access to markets, and providing the necessary support services to improve productivity. We also need to work with all the stakeholders to ensure that we are promoting sustainable farming practices.
As the director for the Food and Nutrition Institute, I believe that we need to ensure that we are addressing the root causes of food insecurity in our country. This means addressing the poverty and equality that are underlying causes of malnutrition in our country. So we need to ensure that our policies and programs are targeted. These issues and that they are integrated with the strategies of other departments such as the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the Department of Education. So we need to ensure that we are making advanced based decision and that we are continuously monitoring and evaluating our policies so that we can make the necessary adjustment to ensure that they are effective.
As the president of the Philippine Farmers Association, I would like to emphasize the importance of improving the farming practices in our country. We need to ensure that our farmers have access to modern technology and that they are trained in its use. We also need to ensure that they have access to credit and financial assistance to help them expand their operations. Finally, need to ensure that we are promoting sustainable farming practices to help protect the environment and the natural resources.
How about you, Ms. Tricia Manahan, as the representative of the Department of Trade and Industry? What is your opinion?
As a representative from the Department of Trade and Industry, I would like to emphasize the importance of promoting local production and consumption. We need to ensure that we are increasing our domestic production of food and that we are promoting local brands and products. We also need to ensure that we are promoting the use of local products in government procurement and in government funded programs.
Thank you, Ms. Manahan, for your opinion. And what about you, Ms. Julia, as a representative from the World Bank?
As the representative from the World Bank, I would like to emphasize the importance of investing in innovation and technology in the agriculture and food industry. This means investing in research and development, infrastructure, and innovative technologies such as precision agriculture and artificial intelligence to help increase productivity and improve the efficiency of our food supply chain. We also need to ensure that we are promoting trade and investment to help increase the supply and availability of food in the market. Finally, we need to ensure that we are promoting sustainable farming practices and that we are protecting the environment to ensure the long-term sustainability of our food systems. That's all.
Thank you.
I appreciate everyone's insights and perspective. Ms. Secretary, please take these informations into account as we move forward.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, let's now move on to the issues of pests and diseases. Are there any ideas on how to address this concern?
Yes, Miss Abigail Osmilio, is there any concern?
We could look into developing better pest and disease control methods, such as integrated pest management or the use of organic pesticides. There are also some genetic engineering technologies that can be used to enhance the resilience of crops to pests and diseases such as RNN, interference, molecular breeding, and so on.
Those are excellent suggestions, Ms. Abigail Osmilio. Let's add them to our list as well. Now, what about climate change? Are there any ways to mitigate its impact on agricultural and food production?
We could consider implementing sustainable farming practices such as crop rotation, nutrient management, and the use of irrigation systems that conserve water. We could also promote the use of renewable resources such as solar and wind power to reduce greenhouse gas emission in the agricultural sector.
Excellent ideas, Ms. Abigail Osmilio. We can add them to our list. Now, what about potential initiatives that can be implemented to address the issue in scarcity of agricultural land? Let's explore some possibilities. Thank you for all your valuable insights. We have come up with several potential solutions and initiatives that we can explore further. I will be appointing a subcommittee to gather more information and come up with a detailed plan of action. Let's schedule our next meeting for 2 weeks from now to follow up on our progress. Until then, let's continue to do our part in addressing this urgent issue. Thank you all again for your dedication to this important cause. This meeting is adjourned.